Hello every misguided robot, and welcome back to this series where we take a look at weird VTech things that you probably haven't heard of. Yeah, this is another episode of it, surprisingly. It's kind of funny, I did a kind of the last part of this, feels like months ago on the Spin Learn Top. We're kind of dealing with a soft reboot type situation, because, gone are the days of looking at cool stuff from 2003 and 4. Now we get to look at weird things from, like, 06 to about 2011, and then everything started to fall apart from there. Yeah. Grow and Go Ride-On is today's thing. Or 3-in-1 smart wheels. Not that smart wheels, don't worry, if you live in the US. Also, I realise how hard and awkward this video is going to be to film, so I hope you didn't look at this one for the visual stuff. Yeah, this thing is actually really cool and really strange, and I love it. It was released in 2006. See, it's weird. I think it was 06, but no, it was 2006, because I'm like, was it 2007? No, this wasn't an 07 thing. I've had it for a couple months. Got it back in October of last year. Had some problems. I've got it to a good working state. I've slightly modified it. Nothing crazy, like I haven't circuit bent the damn thing or anything. I've just kind of made it easier to use, because this is one of those toys that does a lot, but if you don't know how it works, or if you don't have the necessary components to make it work, yeah, it's gonna be hell to mess with. So yeah, I fixed this thing up recently. That was fun. I had to clean the board because it was having some major problems. It just sounded all modulated and horrible, and it sounded bad, and it was just always kind of flaky in terms of how it worked. I accidentally fucked up the shifter, so I had to go back in there and fix that, but that now works. Basically how that works is you've got like a mechanism on the underside of it that kind of uses the bottom half casing of the plastic to leverage it off of itself, which is a quite a common thing that they actually did around this time. So if you get a VTech toy and the shifter's wonky, or if you've got one apart and you put it together wrong, you're going to end up with the shifter like constantly here or just anywhere you don't want it to be. And I had to modify basically the thing. Basically, the reason why this is called the Grow and Go Ride-On is because it came with this massive ride-on thing, so you can like sit on it and propel yourself with your legs on a thing that looks like the back end of a tricycle with a car dashboard in front of it, because VTech. Mine didn't come with that, and I actually found so many of these with that piece, and I'm like, that thing is massive, and I don't really fancy buying one with that whole thing, because I don't have the room to keep around massive big plastic things, and I would throw it away, but like, where the hell would I throw it to? I don't know, out in the woods somewhere where it belongs. But hey, we've got the most important bit, the electronic part. What I was talking about is, if you can... Also, yeah, I'm fully aware that this video is going to be very long, so I'm going to try and kind of speed my way through certain things. On the back, you see there are these kind of spring-loaded kind of coupling mechanisms. Well, in this one, there's a little hole where a button was. There's a little button that goes here where it triggers the kind of, okay, I'm on the thing. Okay, activate thing on thing mode. So I thought, okay, mod a switch. So I did that, hence why mine has now got a hole in the back of it. I wanted to put, that hole was like the perfect size for a headphone jack, but I don't have the skills or knowledge to put a headphone jack on it. Then the switch fell in, so I had to take this up. Yeah, this thing's been apart a good 5 or 6 times, all to varying degrees of success. And finally, to fix the ride-on thing situation, mine has got wires trailing out. These are the original wires that the switch was connected to. And when I want to activate Go be on ride-on mode, you do a good old hillbilly thing and twist the wires together. And that usually holds up. So let's start talking about this thing. What does it do? How does it do it? Well, it does a lot, and it does it in a lot of ways. There you go, video done. That didn't take too long, did it? No. It kind of looks like, if I were to kind of physically describe it, looks like VTech's other drivers, but they tried to make it weirdly complicated. Like, I don't know, it looks strange. I'm not a fan of how massively disproportionate the steering wheel is. I wish I could mod like a tiny tot steering wheel around it. The wheel has the entire alphabet going around it, which is kind of cool. Oh no, the Leapfrog one didn't do that. That's how I would describe this thing. It looks like the Leapfrog one. It feels like the Leapfrog driver if VTech made it, which is basically what this is. It's even got a bilingual version that's English and Spanish. It's got an English version, a Spanish version, an English and Spanish version. Leapfrog, VTech, you loved Leapfrog, didn't you? You just couldn't be them. That's just VTech's whole thing is, we like Leapfrog, but we can't be them for legal reasons. So let's just make all the jank instead. It's even got a lovely LED grid. They say it's 5x5 grid, but, you know, still lovely nonetheless. You have a phone-style keypad on the left. Why they were encouraging using a phone while driving, I don't really know. Didn't really feel like it aged well or at all, even for 06. I mean, maybe, I guess, cars now, I guess, have, like, built-in phones, maybe? I've never driven a car, and probably will never drive a car, for obvious reasons. So I don't know, and I shouldn't know, because, you know, I wouldn't know these things. I'm not a car person. You know, they're cool and all, but I don't know much about, you know, how many of them had phones in them, or how many of them had grids kind of on here. You know, this one does. You've got 2 arrow buttons. Those are kind of cool. Those come into play somewhere in this. You've got over here, like I said, the shifter, which is kind of the same mode of shifter VTech used for like all of their drivers. I'm pretty sure all of like the mid-2000s ones. So the around town baby driver uses it. The learn, discover / tiny tot drivers use it. Don't know about the one from, there's a couple before that. I don't know much about those. You've got a horn, you've got a wheel that's got the alphabet going around it, because this thing forces the alphabet upon you. It's got a button in the middle, and then you have a 3-position mode switch. Mine does click, luckily. And you have a key to turn it on. Very reminiscent of the Leapfrog one and how it works, again. So let's boot this thing up. I also now realize that you can't really see the grid over the wheel. Okay, what I'm going to do is... Right, I'm going to, like... No, that's not going to work, is it? No. I'm going to, like, bring this... How am I going to do this? I don't know. I'm just probably going to have to hold it up at an angle so you can see the grid, because you probably know what one looks like by now. Anyway, first mode on just panel mode only. Let's turn it on. Let's see what it does.
Come along and play with me. There's so much to learn and see. Colors and shapes with fun, silly sounds to make you want to play around. Let's go on a learning journey.
Okay, so in this mode, the phone buttons, I don't remember actually. Do those just do random? Oh, also this thing has idle animations and all that.
Green.
Oh no, these.
Circle. Green.
Okay.
Circle. Yellow. Triangle. Green. Square. Yellow. Triangle. Blue. Square. Yellow.
So all of these over here are different shapes and different colors, and it says them.
Blue. Square.
I just wish you could see that grid a little bit more.
Orange. Circle. Blue. Triangle.
And then you have a button that generates phone noises, I'm pretty sure.
Orange.
Oh no.
Orange.
You've got one button that does.
Green. Operator. Green. Operator.
Yeah, that's a shape now. Operator is a shape, apparently.
Orange. Orange. Orange.
I believe that's all
Orange.
random. I
Orange.
don't know, actually. kind of cool. The arrow buttons.
Green arrow. Green arrow.
That's what the left one does.
Orange arrow.
Why they didn't make those green and
Orange
red, I
arrow.
don't know. You've got the shifter.
Up. Up. Down. Down.
And then let me set it kind of weirdly for this. You've got the
A, B, C,
steering wheel.
D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P.
There's a really haunting version of the alphabet song, because of course it does.
U, V, W, X, and Y, and Z. Now I know my ABCs. Next time, won't you sing with me?
Yeah, no thanks.
The steering wheel is a big blue circle.
Oh, we knew that. I'm blind and even I can see that. That's a massive blue circle. That's a very, very big circle that obscures half of the toy. That's how big it is.
There's so much to learn and see. Colors and shapes with fun, silly sounds to make you want to play around.
This thing doesn't have many fun, silly sounds, by the way. So they were kind of falsely advertising there. They just raised the pitch of that. The true VTech way.
Small orange circle.
Meh, meh. Okay. So that's that mode. This mode is fairly like this. Okay. Think of the grow and go as like the VTech.
Let's go
No,
on a
the
learning
the
journey.
VTech version of the See and Learn driver, but instead of it's not as musical and it tries to do more educational stuff. It's strange. It's really weird.
Beep, beep.
Like, I feel like this one does a little bit more, but is still kind of basic in how it does it sometimes. So we'll move on to... And I will be, by the way, showing all of the songs on this, because it has a whopping 25 of them. It's got 25 songs. Like, that's one
Let's
short.
go on a learning
That's one
journey.
short of your average VTech alphabet toy from around this time. Look, that's crazy to me.
The
Anyway.
wheels of my bike. Sing a song. The wheels of
let's
my
switch it to this
wheels of my bike
mode.
go
Thanks.
round and round, round and round, round and round. The wheels of my bike go round and round. Watch me roll along.
So in this mode,
It's time for an adventure.
this is like your role play mode. I don't really know. I don't really know. It just kind of does things. You can make calls on it. I mean, I don't know if they ever get answered, but you can definitely trigger phone noises. Some of them being higher pitched than others. You can make it make a busy signal noise. More phone noises.
Hello? Who's there? Hello? Who's there?
More tones, because tones are always fun. Mer, mer. Okay. More
Hello?
phone noises.
Hello? Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Hello?
That's funny to me. I don't know why that's... funny how this thing is random, like everything it does is kind of randomly generated.
Hello? This is the operator.
Oh, good. It's glad to see you're not just a shape.
Hello?
Okay, and then this button does busy tone noise.
Hello? Who's there?
The shifter, oh no, the arrows.
Let's ride to the park.
That's what noise parks make. If you ever near a park, or if you ever hear that noise, that means that there's a park nearby.
Let's ride to the zoo.
And if you ever hear just a what kind of zoo has just one elephant that makes that noise?
Where should we go?
Not to that zoo. That zoo doesn't sound entertaining at all. Sounds like they're just playing one sound effect.
Let's ride to the park.
And then you've got...
Let's ride to the beach. Let's ride home.
Oh, the beach and home don't even make
Where
noises.
should we go? Let's
Okay.
ride to the beach.
Yeah, they don't even make noises. That's kind of funny to me. The shifter.
Let's go faster!
Let's go faster! That's very split. It's very
Let's
spliced.
go faster! Slow down!
Okay. And then the steering wheel. Makes driving noises.
Where should we go? Drive
Wee.
safely. The wheels on my bike go round. Hello?
Okay, what else we got?
Who's there?
Wow. This steering wheel, like, can't tell what way you're going.
Where should we go?
So it's literally just a hit point.
Watch out! Watch out!
So that was the second mode on the panel. Now we'll move on to the third mode and we'll get to hear some of the songs it's got.
Sing a song.
So
as
I
we
will,
stroll along. The wheels
I
on
will
my bike go
show
round
this,
and round, round and round, round and round. The wheels on my bike go round and round. Watch
I'm
me
not gonna
roll
hold it.
along.
One day I'd love to do some kind of thing where it's just the visuals of the grid of this thing. But like, I feel like the grid is not as important as it is on the Leapfrog
Sing
one.
a song
Like,
as
if I
we
can,
stroll
it's a
along.
shame they didn't have like a stand coming off the back of it, so you could like prop it like that. But I tell you what, we'll pan this down a bit, so you can
Beep, beep.
hopefully see some stuff. And here we go with some songs. I love the MIDIs this thing uses. They're really cool. Also, they really love that one snare drum, don't they? Now I'm debating if you can even see the grid from this angle. This is going to be very
Sing a
odd, and I
song as
do...
we stroll
I'm slightly annoyed that visuals aren't more of a thing in this. But this is one of those toys that's like... The massive steering wheel just blocks everything. It's huge. Just big blue steering wheel. You don't get to see the cool grid it's got. I mean, technically, I could always snap this wheel off, but also there's a button in that, so I don't want to do that. Oh, this one's cool. I like this one. All of these MIDIs are cool. They really remind me of a weird time for VTech that I'm strangely invested in. Can't tell if it's starting to do the weird modulating thing again. I've got to add this. And then we got this one, which I like this MIDI too. Yep, okay. And of course it has this one. This is like the MIDI, the VTech MIDI. And all of its unquantized, beepy car horn sounding goodness. These are buttons, phone noises. The shifter does that. The arrow buttons make fun sounds. And one thing I find really cool is that this one is a lot more interactive with its music. So if I start a song, I don't know, let's go with, because of my lack of creativity, this song. You can turn the volume of the song up by hitting the arrow buttons, which is interesting in my opinion. Does it I don't remember. It resets. Okay, it does reset. You can turn it all the way down to bit reduct it to hell. I'm gonna restart that. You can speed it up, and it will save the speed. This one doesn't speed up too far. You can also slow it down. Oh! You can really hear how unquantized that is. The horn in this mode. Oh yeah, there's two more songs I should say, that this mode has that I want to show off. You get those by spinning the wheel. I said by spinning the wheel. Thank you. And I think the last one is... Come on. Yeah, there we go. Again, there's the wheel getting in the way. No, does this have any more? I don't remember. No, I don't think it does. Okay. So that's all it does on the standalone unit itself. There's a decent amount, you know. But there's a whole nother half. And this is what I find funny about this toy as well. Nobody ever does a video on, like, just the steering wheel. Like, just the main console. Everybody always has it hooked up to the ride-on thing. So it's kind of, you never get to see what it does in this mode. So now what I'll do is show how much of a hillbilly setup this is and how you can get into the other mode. It's this modification is actually really easy. Like, you don't even need to do any soldering for it. All you do is you just open it and then break the wires off that lead to the mode button, like kind of the little kind of not spring. It's not even spring loaded. It's like it's weird. I don't know how to describe it. And then you kind of just I have the wires just literally coming out of the unit, like, so this part doesn't sit as flush as it could. Like, I can stick a fingernail into there, for example, but you can still kind of use it and it's usable. Did it switch modes? Yes, it did. Cool. Okay, well, we'll do what we did before, but we'll do it a lot more interactively this time. So, let's go. Let's see what the other half of this toy does, shall we? I definitely prefer it in this mode because it's a lot more cool in my opinion. So you have...
Buckle up, let's ride and learn.
Let's do it.
1.
It randomizes these?
1.
Huh.
1. 1.
Okay.
2.
Okay.
2.
It doesn't it randomizes those
3.
two.
3.
Bob. Okay.
4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9.
I find this mode pretty funny how it does that. 0 does nothing.
Let's count. 1.
Oh, this.
2. 3.
I don't remember what this does.
4,
What I do know is that there is an
5,
interesting thing you can get it to
6,
do.
7.
I'll show that in a bit.
9.
Say, for example, okay,
Can you
there's a find it mode too.
4. Yes.
4.
You're so clever.
I am.
Can you find the number 8? Yes. You're so clever.
You can use the arrow buttons to scroll through. No, is it what can you use? Can you use the? Oh yeah. So if you hit a number, so I'm gonna hit 5 for
Let's
example.
count.
No.
5.
5, right? If I hit this one,
6. 7. 8. 9.
it brings it up. If I hit this one,
5.
hit 5 again, it's gonna bring it down.
4. 3. 2. 1. 0.
And then I think from these, yeah, those okay. If you have no number selected, those do nothing. The shifter over here, there is the alphabet in your face. With 2 jingles it does, so I'll show those now.
A. B.
And then that's fun.
C.
Yeah,
D,
I'll run through all the
E,
letters on it in case
F,
you've forgotten any.
G. H.
Or you just wanted to look at them on the
I,
grid to see how it
J,
shows them up.
K. L. M. N. O. P. Q. R. S. T. U. V. W. X. Y. Z.
I'm gonna hit Z. Oh, you're stopping that
A.
one. Okay. The wheel. I love that jingle for some reason. The wheel will... Don't remember what it does in this mode, actually. Let's find out.
A, B, C, D,
Oh, you have to keep spinning it.
E, F,
Okay.
G.
So, like, I like this toy because, like, the content is kind of shared between the 2 modes. But the way that it does things and has you do things is kind of cool, in my opinion. Wah, wah,
U-R-S and
wah, wah. Come on.
P-U-V.
I wish that they made the steering wheel a bit nicer so that you could actually, like, you know, use it.
Y and Z.
Like, oh, cool, you get breathing noises. That's really nice.
Now I know my... The horn goes.
No.
B-A-B.
Okay.
Watch
Also,
out.
I'd like to let you guys know that,
The horn goes. Beep, beep.
as if you didn't know, I don't remember, can you hold this
B,
down?
C.
Oh, you can.
D,
You can hold the
E,
shifter down
G. H.
and it'll automatically scroll the alphabet.
I. J. K.
Which is a little bit more intuitive than just spamming it, because it can't interrupt itself on those. Meow. So second mode,
The
we'll
wheels
move
of
on
my
to.
bike go round and
I think
round,
this mode
round
is
and round,
near enough
round
for
and
this
round.
scene.
The wheels of my bike go round and round. Watch me roll along. Let's go!
I don't remember. I think this mode is like similar. Of course, you have random phone noises. Yola, this is very familiar.
Hello? Who's there? Hello? Hello?
Okay.
Operator, can I help you?
That's new audio.
Operator.
Then
Hello?
like I said, these are
Who's
on.
there?
There's a lot of content in this mode in particular that isn't changed.
Let's go! Speed up.
This is the responses for this has changed.
Let's go. Drive slowly. Slow down.
Don't skid the brakes like
Drive
that.
slowly.
I think the left and right arrow prompts are different.
Quick, turn to the left.
What? Oh, I didn't mean the actual unit. Okay.
Is it safe to go?
Yes, it is.
Quick, turn to the left. Turn to the right. Look both ways.
Or don't and get run over, but that's the reality of it, I guess. Look both
Turn
ways.
to the
Yeah,
right.
it makes sense to do that. Road safety, kids.
It's time for an adventure.
Motorized vehicles
Where
are
should
very
we
dangerous.
go?
They might run you over if you're a dumbass. That's all road safety is.
Let's
Don't be a
ride
dumbass.
to the park.
Oh yeah, we get to ride to different destinations
Let's
again and
ride
be
to the zoo.
underwhelmed by their noises. Woohoo.
Let's
Love that.
ride to the beach.
No noise for that one. Still no noise. I'm still wondering what noise that beach
Let's
makes.
ride home.
I have no idea.
Out of the way. Coming through. Out of the way.
So I think it's time. I think it's time for music mode again. The second song set is probably my favorite as well.
The wheels of my bike
I really
go
like
round
the
and round,
songs
round
in this
and
mode.
round and round. The wheels
And of
my
course I
bike
like to
go
yawn
round
as well,
and
because I just
round.
did that right in the middle of the
Watch me
video.
roll
Fun.
along.
So here we go with some more familiar songs. Let's play VTech jank music bingo in the comments. Actually, it might be too late for that. Anyway, let's
Sing a
go.
song.
Quantization VTech. I never thought I'd see a toy driver that plays sailing. Like, I don't think this thing, don't think you could go in water with one of these. I think it might break. It'd have had more sense for them to go, I don't know, the wheels on the bus or something. Even in this arrangement, it's cool, so I'm not complaining. This is probably one of my favourite VTech arrangements from around this time. It's a good one. Speaking of good ones, oh, that's the next one, okay. There's like one that gets stuck in my head every time I hear it. Side note, I think this song is, I think this song is called The Bear Went Over the Mountain. Why the hell did a bear go over the mountain? Okay, anyway, I'm getting majorly sidetracked. Here's the good one. And I don't think you can get better than that, although you can with... That arrangement is really damn good. That's such a weird way. That's such a weird melody channel. Or harmony channel, I should say. Or secondary channel, whatever you want to call it. Also, there's bass. I can very quietly... There's bass in that. I can tell there's bass in that, but it's really damn quiet, so you don't ever get to hear it. And another classic one, because hell yeah. And finally... they messed that up. And these buttons do pretty much the same thing. These buttons... oh, these buttons in this mode play the songs, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, so those... the arrow buttons play the main songs. Okay. Just so we can hear the jankiness of it, we'll slow this all the way down. Because we did that with the last one and it was very funny, so let's do it with the next one. Ah, quantization, it's brilliant. Don't make sure anything's on beat, just kind of have that loose, janky, put together feel. It's like half of it's swung and half of it's straight. What were they thinking? We've got more songs to like it in this mode though. We've got 3 more. You get those by spinning the wheel. This is going to be so hard to do. And also horrible wheel noises. Basically, if you stop these, it will stop the song. So, can't really get these quietly on this video, I'm afraid. And then we have this one. Ow, that's actually, do that for a while, that's some good exercise. And the last one is this, which... no, fuck you. Okay. No, we did not want that to happen. We did not want that to happen. Okay. No. Thank you. Wee, here I go. Spin that thing up. Oh god. I'm gonna do the other... no! Okay. I'm gonna pull this thing off camera. I'm gonna pull this thing off camera just so I can get this one song because I'm determined. It's one thing doing it when the unit's just on your lap, and it's another thing doing it whilst leaning over a tripod. No! Oh my god, I can't do it without hitting the horn button. There we go, that seems to be working. Oh. There we go, finally. I would actually like to at some point see if I can put some like oil or lubricant on this wheel so that it spins a little bit more. But essentially, that's the grow and go. Also, I quickly want to test something. How fast can this go? Whee! Oh, you can't like, okay. Okay, never mind. How fast does this one go? Okay, that's fun. That's very fun. Got some other fast ones. Okay, this one's speed curve isn't anything crazy. Fuck, that one picks up! This one doesn't. This one doesn't. This one does! Meow! Ah, that's fun. Oh yeah, both of these have two different things. But anyway, there you have it. I'm gonna power it off, otherwise it will just incessantly talk for ages, and it's a thing with VTech toys from around this time is they love to do that. But as I said before, there's the Go and Go Ride-On. I'm very happy that I got this toy out there, because it's been kind of an obscure one for a while. I've known about this thing for ages, and I'm kind of glad that one finally, like, footage of one actually being existing and going through like all of it is actually finally out there. And I'm happy too, because this kind of is a perfect thing to kickstart the new series of What's the Jank, because let's just say like the 2000s were tame compared to anything like released around 05, 06 to about 2011, 2012. So we got a lot more things to look at. For a few funny examples, we've got the worst soother to ever exist. We've got something. We got loads of stuff. That I'm going to be looking at. Something that makes really loud mechanical clunking noises. We've got two toys that run off the same hardware, both of which don't know what quantization are. You know, they don't know how to music very well, but that's what makes them really amazing. We got a bunch of stuff, and probably more coming, because let's just say I have not run out of VTech yet. So maybe there'll also be another misguided unboxings. Who knows? I'm kind of haven't done one in a while, so it'd be kind of cool to do one of those again. But in the meantime, I certainly haven't heard this guy for a while, so we're gonna have one last thing for today from this guy. Come on. There we go. Okay, that didn't really... Okay, that's really not working. Okay, that's not working at all. I'm just gonna end this before something falls off of the grow and go. Oh, God.